You're trying to stay healthy, eating fruits, staying active, but your legs feel heavy, steps harder, knees stiffer. What if I told you the very fruits you think are helping could actually be silently stealing your strength every single day, and no one warned you, not even your doctor? Today, I'll show you 7 popular fruits that may be sabotaging your legs and what to eat instead to stay strong, mobile, and independent. Stick around because number 4 may be sitting in your kitchen right now, and it's likely the worst of them all. Before we dive into the first fruit, if you're someone who wants to stay strong, mobile, and independent as you age, hit that like button now. It helps us reach more people with honest health insights that really matter. Today, I'm exposing 7 popular fruits that might be making your legs weaker and what you should be eating instead to stay strong, mobile, and independent. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your legs aren't what they used to be, this could be the wake-up call you didn't know you needed. Stick with me to the end, because changing the fruits on your plate might just change the way you walk, move, and feel every day. It sounds strange, right? How can fruit, something so natural, so full of vitamins, be working against your body? Here's the thing. Most people don't talk about after the age of 60, your body changes more than you realize. Your metabolism slows, your circulation weakens, the tissues in your joints become more sensitive to inflammation and sugar. What used to nourish you might now be quietly draining your energy. Yes, fruits are packed with nutrients, but some also carry high levels of acid, fast-digesting sugar and compounds that can spike insulin, irritate joints, and inflame your legs, especially when eaten the wrong way or too often. Let's break the myth right now. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's harmless. Not at this age. Not for your joints, your balance, or your ability to stay mobile. And that's why today's list matters. Because what's in your fruit bowl might be the reason your legs feel tired, stiff, or heavy, and no one has told you why. Until now. 1. Pineapple, the acidic inflammation trigger. Let's start with a surprise pineapple. For years, it's been celebrated for its anti-inflammatory enzyme bromelain. It's tropical, juicy, and feels like something your body should thank you for. But here's where things shift. While bromelain can reduce inflammation in some cases, pineapple is also incredibly acidic. And for people over 60 whose joints are already more sensitive, that acid can act like fuel on a slow-burning fire. In fact, a study published in Osteoarthritis and Cartilage found that higher dietary acid load may accelerate joint degradation and increase sensitivity to inflammation in older adults. If you're already dealing with arthritis, stiffness, or even mild inflammation in your knees or hips, pineapple might be irritating those tissues further. In small amounts, it's probably harmless, but when eaten regularly, especially as juice or in smoothies, it can tip your body into a more acidic state, triggering joint discomfort that creeps up gradually. You may not notice it at first. Just a little more soreness in the knees after a walk. A dull ache in the hips after getting out of bed, but over time the connection becomes harder to ignore. The worst part, it's subtle. You're trying to do something healthy and you have no idea it could be making your mobility worse. If you're someone who drinks pineapple juice daily or adds large chunks to your fruit bowl, consider scaling back. Watch how your body responds. But stay with me because the next fruit may look harmless, even muscle-friendly, but could actually be weakening your legs every single night. And by the way, if this is already making you rethink your fruit choices, take a second to hit that like button. It helps us keep bringing you honest health content, especially the kind that others are too afraid to talk about. 2. Bananas, the sugar-soaked muscle. Imposter bananas are another beloved fruit often praised for their potassium content and muscle-supporting benefits. And yes, potassium is important. But here's the hidden truth that rarely gets discussed. Bananas are also packed with fast-digesting natural sugars. While this might give you a short-term energy boost, it often comes at a price, especially for older adults. After 60, your body doesn't handle sugar the same way. Your insulin response slows, your metabolism becomes less efficient, and repeated spikes in blood sugar can lead to chronic inflammation. Research in the Journal of Gerontology confirms that insulin sensitivity declines with age, making even moderate sugar intake more likely to cause inflammation and fatigue in older adults. That inflammation doesn't just sit in your gut, it often settles into your joints and lower limbs. You might notice your legs feeling heavy after meals, calves that cramp at night, or that strange stiffness in your ankles after sitting for a while. Sound familiar? On top of that, bananas can cause the body to retain fluid, especially if you're dealing with heart or kidney concerns. That retention often shows up as puffiness in the ankles or tightness in the knees, a feeling like your legs are full but not strong. You believe you're fueling your body, but you might actually be draining its strength slowly day by day. That doesn't mean bananas are the enemy, but for some seniors, having them every single day, especially on an empty stomach or at night, might be doing more harm than good. Try swapping them out with berries or half an avocado and observe how your legs feel. And coming up next, one fruit that's tiny, sweet and addictive, but could be triggering gout flare-ups without you even knowing. If you're learning something new right now, consider subscribing. We cover practical evidence-informed health insights made for people who want to stay strong without the noise or hype. 3. Grapes, the tiny fruit with a big gout risk. Now here's a fruit that seems too innocent to question grapes. Small, sweet, easy to snack on grapes are often seen as the perfect guilt-free bite. But here's what most people don't know. Grapes are extremely high in fructose, a natural sugar that in high concentrations gets processed by the liver and converted into uric acid. And uric acid is a major trigger for gout and joint pain. A review published in BMJ Open found that high fructose diets are strongly associated with elevated uric acid levels and a higher risk of gout flare-ups, especially in adults over 60. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at clearing uric acid, and our joints, especially in the feet, knees and toes, become more vulnerable. That sudden stabbing pain in your big toe at night, the dull, burning pressure behind your knee during a short walk, it could be uric acid buildup, and grapes might be quietly feeding it. The danger with grapes is how easy they are to overeat. Because they're small and bite-sized, we often don't stop at 5 or 10. A few handfuls later, you've taken in a large dose of fructose without even realizing it. And the sugar hits your bloodstream fast, spiking insulin, increasing inflammation, and taxing your liver all within minutes. This doesn't mean you need to avoid grapes forever, but if you're experiencing leg stiffness, morning joint tightness, or unpredictable swelling, try going a week without them and track the difference. Your legs might thank you with lighter steps and fewer flare-ups. We're just getting started. There are 4 more fruits ahead that may be secretly working against you. And the next one, it's 90% water, but could be the reason your legs feel heavy by the afternoon. 4. Watermelon, the hydrating deceiver. Watermelon feels like the perfect summer treat. It's light, it's refreshing, and it's made up of over 90% water. You see it at every picnic, every health retreat, and every clean eating grocery list. But behind its innocent, watery sweetness lies something most seniors never consider: its impact on your blood sugar. Watermelon has a surprisingly high glycemic index. That means it sends sugar into your bloodstream faster than many people realize. Your body responds by releasing a burst of insulin to bring those levels down, but if you're over 60, your insulin response is slower and your cells aren't as efficient at processing sugar. According to a 2020 study in Nutrients, older adults experience significantly higher post-meal blood sugar spikes from high GI fruits like watermelon, along with increased inflammation markers. The result? Sudden fatigue, that post-snack crash, and even swelling in the ankles or heaviness in the calves that creeps in a few hours later. Now, hydration is crucial, especially as we age. But watermelon's hydration benefit may be cancelled out if it's triggering inflammation, joint tightness, or blood sugar roller coasters. You may feel great while eating it, but later that afternoon, your legs feel heavy, your joints feel puffy, and climbing stairs feels harder than it should. The key here is awareness. 1 or 2 slices on a hot day won't harm most people. But if you're snacking on watermelon daily, especially on an empty stomach, it might be time to cut back or pair it with protein or fiber to slow the sugar spike. Want to stay hydrated and strong? Try chilled cucumber, a handful of berries, or even coconut water in small amounts. If you've ever felt sleepy or swollen after your healthy fruit snack, hit the like button now. You're not alone, and your body might be giving you signs it's time for a shift. But hold on, because the citrus fruit coming up next might be even worse, especially if you drink it every morning thinking it's helping your immunity. 5. Oranges, the citrus that bites back. Oranges are everywhere. In breakfast bowls, smoothies, immune-boosting drinks, you name it. They're hailed as the go-to fruit for vitamin C, and for good reason. But here's what's often left out of the conversation, especially for people over 60. Oranges carry a double-edged sword, high acid and high sugar. That signature citrus tang, it comes from citric acid. While harmless to most people in moderation, for seniors dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or stiffness, that acid can irritate already inflamed tissues. Add in the natural sugar, and now you're dealing with blood sugar spikes and acidity at the same time. A painful combo, especially if you're drinking orange juice first thing in the morning. One observational study in arthritis and rheumatology linked frequent citrus juice consumption with increased joint stiffness in the morning among older adults, especially those with osteoarthritis. Many seniors report morning stiffness, tight hips, or aching knees when they wake up, and often they chalk it up to aging. But what if it's not just age? What if that healthy habit of drinking orange juice every day is actually making the pain worse? This doesn't mean oranges are evil, but it's a reminder that even healthy foods need context. If you're managing joint issues or waking up stiff more often than usual, try swapping your orange juice for warm lemon water, or better yet, a few anti-inflammatory berries. And next, a fruit praised as the healthier apple. That may be quietly irritating your joints every night. And if this is giving you an aha moment, consider subscribing. We're not here to scare you. We're here to show you what works for your body right now. 6. Green apples, the healthy snack that isn't so innocent. Now this one might surprise you. Green apples are often seen as the good apple, lower in sugar than the red ones, clean, crunchy, and perfect for snacking. But here's where it gets interesting. Green apples are high in something called malic acid, which gives them their tart taste, and while that acid may benefit younger digestive systems, it can be irritating for aging joints and guts. As we age, the lining of our digestive tract becomes more delicate, and our joints become more sensitive to acid-based irritation. For some people over 60, green apples can quietly cause discomfort, maybe a tightening in the hips after a late-night snack, or subtle foot soreness after walking short distances. And let's not forget, green apples may be lower in sugar than other varieties, but they still carry enough natural sugar to cause a mild spike in blood glucose, especially if eaten alone. That spike can contribute to nighttime leg cramps, restless sleep, or the all-too-common morning stiffness that makes getting out of bed feel like a chore. If you love apples, don't worry, you don't have to give them up. But try having them earlier in the day, paired with a few walnuts or a slice of cheese to stabilize your blood sugar. Your legs might feel more stable, your joints less sore, and your energy more steady throughout the day. Still with me? Good, because what comes next might shock you. This fruit tastes like dessert, but could have as much sugar as a soda, and it's one of the most overeaten fruits by people trying to be healthy. 7. Mango, the tropical sugar bomb. Mango is one of those fruits that feels indulgent and comforting. It's smooth, it's sweet, and it feels like a little celebration in every bite. But here's the catch. Mangoes are loaded with natural sugar. And when I say loaded, I mean that a single mango can carry as much sugar as a can of soda. Yes, really. For younger people with fast metabolisms and strong insulin response, that sugar gets used as energy. But for people over 60, that same sugar spike can have very different consequences. It can trigger systemic inflammation, worsen blood sugar crashes, and in some cases aggravate nerve-related symptoms like tingling feet, burning toes, or nighttime leg pain, especially for those managing prediabetes or neuropathy. The real danger with mango isn't just the sugar, it's how easy it is to overeat. Because it's soft and juicy, we don't register fullness the same way. Half a mango turns into a whole one, which turns into a second helping in a smoothie. And suddenly your body is overloaded. Your joints start aching and your feet swell before dinner. Again, moderation is everything. If you love mango, have a few cubes with a meal rich in fiber and healthy fats. But don't treat it like a free snack if you're already feeling heavy-legged, stiff, or inflamed. A simple switch like replacing mango with papaya could be the quiet relief your legs have been waiting for. And here's the deal. If any of this is resonating with you, share it with a friend or loved one who needs to hear it too. These are the small changes that can lead to big results in how you walk, move, and feel every day. Let's pause here for a moment. This isn't about cutting out every fruit you love or fearing what's on your plate. It's about becoming more aware, more in tune with how your body changes over time and how your food choices should evolve with it. You see, aging isn't a weakness. It's wisdom. It's your body saying, I need different fuel now. Your metabolism shifts. Your circulation slows. Your joints become more sensitive. That's not failure. It's a natural transition. But the key is to support it, not ignore it. So if certain fruits might be causing discomfort, the next question is, what can you eat to strengthen your legs, reduce inflammation, and move with more freedom? Let's get into that now, because this is where the good news begins. The right fruits chosen with care can actually become part of your healing process. Let's look at some of the best ones to bring back into your kitchen. First up, berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These are low in sugar but high in antioxidants. That means they help fight inflammation without spiking your blood sugar. Berries support circulation ease, joint stiffness, and give your legs the kind of gentle energy that lasts. Add them to oatmeal smoothies or eat a small handful as a midday snack. Next, cherries, especially tart cherries in moderation. These little fruits have been shown to help reduce uric acid in the body, making them a smart choice for people prone to gout or recurring joint pain. In fact, a randomized trial in arthritis and rheumatology reported that tart cherry juice significantly reduced serum uric acid and joint pain frequency in older adults with gout history. A small serving after dinner could actually calm inflammation rather than trigger it. Now let's talk about a surprising one, avocados. Yes, they're technically a fruit, and one of the best you can eat for joint health. Full of healthy fats, they reduce internal inflammation support, blood sugar stability, and provide lasting energy. Unlike sugary fruits, avocados help cushion your joints and fuel your day without a crash. Another excellent option, papaya. This soft tropical fruit contains enzymes that aid digestion and reduce inflammation. It's gentle on aging stomachs and doesn't cause the blood sugar spike that watermelon or mango might. If you've struggled with bloating stiffness or joint swelling, papaya might be your new best friend. And finally, don't underestimate pears. When paired with protein or fiber like a handful of almonds, they offer a slow, steady release of natural energy without overwhelming your system. Pears are mild, supportive, and kind to your joints and digestion. Each of these fruits can help turn your plate into a place of healing, not hurt. You don't need to give up flavor. You just need to shift your strategy. Still with me? Good. Because what you do next matters. If this video opened your eyes, even just a little tap the like button. It lets us know these topics matter to you, and it helps more people find this information too. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your body with food movement and mindset, subscribe to True Health Way and turn on the notification bell. We release new videos every week designed for people who want real strength without the gimmicks. Getting older doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means getting smarter about how you care for the body that's carried you this far. Your legs are your independence. They take you to the people you love, the places you enjoy, the life you want to keep living. The way you eat can either support them or slowly wear them down. But here's the beautiful truth: you're still in control. One choice, one fruit, one meal at a time. You can stay strong, stable, and mobile. Let that be your motivation, not fear, but freedom.